This is my third year in Canada. Due to COVID, my fifth semester at Humber College in Toronto remains online. I'm still the same me. Whenever I see Chinese students in class, I always feel a bit closer to home and it warms my heart. This is not because I dislike other people or race, not at all. I love meeting new people, talking to them, and making friends from all walks of life. I feel this way because as a girl who migrated to the West 14 years ago, who barely knows her alphabet and English, I rarely have the chance to connect with Chinese people. This is because I first migrated to Central America, where the Chinese population is not the largest. Therefore, Chinese people in my age group are not very common. Even if there are, they do not speak Chinese or are deeply rooted to the Chinese culture, as they were born in the West. So deep down, I miss the connection, and some part of me still yearns to connect back to my roots. This is why I somewhat get excited seeing Chinese students in class, because I know there are a lot of international students in Canada, and most of them are from mainland China. This semester, a Chinese student who shares three classes with me caught a bit of my attention. He's a very active student who created a WhatsApp group for all three classes we share, and he is the admin of those groups. In our first year class, which is strategic management, he's a very outspoken and participates in a lot of class discussion. When forming a group for this class for all assignments upcoming, I can sense a lot of people want to join his group. In the second class we share, which is called quantitative methods, he's the guy with all the questions, and he often complains about the teacher's accent in the WhatsApp group with other students. In our third year elective class, which is financial planning, he's a class clown. He seems very comfortable and knowledgeable in this course. He was sending funny remarks in class lectures. I thought he was immature, but nonetheless very funny. The financial planning class was a very interesting one. The first introductory class was online, and she encouraged all of us to turn on our cameras, in which I did with a few other students, since she asked so nicely. In class, she mentioned how we would not be having live classes every week, and that classes will mostly be asynchronous, and we can learn at our own pace. However, she did mention that we'll be having live classes before exams to answer any questions. Now, fast forward to 2 weeks before the second financial planning exam, the professor posted a notice for live classes to respond to our questions. On the day of the class, I joined the class to see only one other student. During the session, she encouraged us to turn on our cameras once again, and I did since it's no big deal for me. Later during the session, the Chinese student who is the admin for the three groups we share joined the live class. The professor asked him to turn on his camera as well, and he said he's too messy, so he will do it next time for sure. I also chimed in, chuckling, saying it's okay, we're all messy as well. That's because I wanted to see how he looks live, as his WhatsApp photo does not show his features clearly. At the end of class, she asked if we would need an additional class before the exam, and he suggested that it's best we do have in case questions arise. Now, fast forward to the week before the second financial planning exam. Class was live online once again. It's the same with just us three students and the professor, even though there are more students in class. This time, he did not turn on his video as well. To be honest, I was a little bit disappointed, but that's fine. It's no big deal. After all, it's just another curiosity gone unsatisfied. In this session this time, she mentioned about a team assignment in which she suggests we can form our own group of three, since we are here and she understands the concern of freeloaders. I was excited once again, knowing we can work together soon. Few days later, the other guy in the team created a WhatsApp group, but not much was discussed since the professor hasn't posted any instruction as yet. On the day of the financial planning exam, something very interesting happened. The Chinese guy in whom we will refer to as Meatball from now privately messaged me asking if I was ready for the exam. Now, mind you, I wasn't thrilled or anything like that, but rather a bit confused on why he did that. Nonetheless, it was very nice to talk to someone new. And that, my friends, is how I met Meatball, and the stories with him becomes endless to tell.